Okay, now in part B, I remember this was tested in your WA. To find the value of A, because it is a stem and leaf diagram, generally students don't have problems identifying that the unknown value, okay, not the unknown value, the unknown mark is 71. Now, if the mark is 71, the value of A is only the ones place, which is just the 1. So find the range, biggest minus smallest was well done. Mode, well done. Next. Median, 4 hours, so x equals to 5, also well done. Okay, next one. Name a triangle similar, well done. Calculate length, well done. All these well done, not going to go through. Okay, now, part B. John has 2 different credit cards. Credit card A, credit card B. You will be expecting one of these types of question in every single major exam. So in Sec 3, mid-year, Sec 3 end of year, Sec 4, mid-year, Sec 4 prelim, Sec 4 O levels. This is called a real life application question where you are given a context, kind of like a problem sum, but it's a bigger, in a sense, bigger problem sum. But you have to employ the different techniques that you have learned and solve the problem. Okay, so credit card A. Now, credit card A gives the user 1.5% cashback on all spending. So every time you use it for a purchase, let's say you purchase something that is $100, the credit card will return you 1.5% of what you have spent. So 1.5% of $100 will be $1.50. So the explanation was given over here. Now, in credit card B, you get 1% cashback on all physical shops spending. That is obviously not a good deal, not as good a deal as credit card A, which is giving 1.5%. Okay, now, credit card B also gives you 3% on all online purchases. Now, this makes it better than credit card A. So if you are a person who does a lot of online shopping, then clearly you should go for credit card B. If you are a person who does not believe in online shopping, you do everything physically, and you should go for credit card A. But if you are a mixture, if you are doing a mixture, then you have to think carefully. So now, there's another part to it. It says that for both credit cards, this cashback is not applicable to bill payment. So your electrical bill, your handphone bill, gas bill, water bill, not applicable for cashback. EZ-Link card top-up, also not applicable for cashback. Okay, so now with this, let's look at the John's spending for a particular month. So we see that for different items, he has different modes of payment and he has different spending. So which credit card will reward him with greater savings? Justify with calculation. You have to show the calculation how you arrive at a decision. So let's get the irrelevant portions of the way first. Handphone bill, irrelevant, no savings in either card. EZ-Link card top up, no savings in either cards. Okay, so let's take a look at for card A. By the way, the marking, as long as you did not use the handphone and the EZ-Link card bill to calculate the cashback, you get 1 mark already. But the moment you include that in, you lose that 1 mark. Okay, so now back to credit card A, 1.5% cashback on all spending. So we calculate 1.5% multiplied by the sum of 1250, 1910, 3520. You get a value. Okay. Now for credit card B, 1% on cashback on physical shops. So let's calculate 1% multiplied by the amount used in a spend on a physical shop. So 1910 plus 3520. You add that to 3% cashback for physical shops. So 3% cashback for online purchases. So 3% of this 1250. 3%, 1250, get a value, compare, tell me which is greater than which. So in this case, there was the teacher, the setter didn't calculate. So I'm just going to take it as, let's say this is X and this is Y. Depending on the value, we will see that since X is greater than Y, okay, all these we are calculating our cashback. The bigger the value, the more cashback you have. So since X is greater than Y, so we say that credit card A awards more cashback. And that will be the complete solution. Are there any questions at this point? Okay, if not, continue. So conversion of money was generally well done. Rounding mistakes generally. Okay, next, because they said give it to the nearest integer. Okay, so this is a case of us not requiring to change it to 2DP. So part 2 was also well done, not going to go through. Misleading question, also well done. So in this case, it's the very common one. Vertical axis does not start from 0. The expenditures appear to have doubled. You choose 2 of them. Okay, in this case, the setter chose 2010, 2014. Comparing this and this. Appear only, appear to have doubled from 2010 to 2014. However, the difference is instead of saying it is only 400, I prefer that you say how many times. However, the expenditure in 2014 is how many times? So do an estimation about 9750 over the expenditure in 2010, 9350, which is 1.0443 times. Okay, so when we do it this way, you are directly comparing what the graph appears to tell you. It appears to double, and then your calculation shows that, hey, actually it is not double, it is only 1.043 times. This is better than saying the difference is only 400, because 400, so is that 400 actually one time of the value in 2010? So there can be some improvements to this answer. Okay, so go with stating how many times. Very simple. Just take the larger value or whatever you're comparing against, divided by whatever you're comparing with. Okay, final one, graph question. Part A, well done. Part B, complete table of values. Okay, shouldn't be a problem. Part C, drawing the graph. Some graphs are not well done. So recap. Question says they want a particular scale you must follow. To draw an x-axis from 3 to 9. Okay, so your graph starts at 3 and it must end at 9. Don't need to give anything. Your graph doesn't need to extend beyond or before that. Then vertical y-axis 2 cm to 2 units. Okay, from -1 to 10. I'll put in the -1 over here to 10. Okay, so now find the gradient of the graph in part C. This is the equation of the graph that you are supposed to draw. 6y equals to 60 minus 5x. So meaning this graph, 6y equals to 60 minus 5x. Two ways of doing it. You can use the formula rise over run by choosing 2 points. For example, okay, I think these 2 points are more convenient. This point as well as this point. Okay, so find the rise over the, okay, let's rise from here, rise up, then you run to the left. So we are expecting the gradient to be negative. It is also obvious because it is sloping downwards. Alternatively, you can simply make y the subject from the equation. So you divide by y on both sides, obtain y equals to 60 over 6 will be 10 minus 5 over 6x. Rearrange it to become y equals to mx plus c. Y equals to negative 5 over 6x plus 10. So this is our m value. This will be our gradient. So you do not need to use your graph to tell what the gradient is. This is useful if your graph is drawn wrongly or you read the coordinates wrongly. Then you can have more confidence if you are able to make y the subject in order to find the gradient. Okay, so next one. Another person bought 5 dozen apples, 3 dozen oranges, paid $42. So writing down the equation, not a problem. Plot the line. Some graphs are not well drawn, okay? So plot the line, you still must have 3 sets of data, x and y. 3 sets of coordinates. So finally, hence find the cost of an apple and of an orange. So when you have 2 graphs drawn on the same axis, chances are they are asking you to find the point of intersection. So with these 2 graphs, look for the point of intersection. Okay, get the x coordinate as well as the y coordinate. The x coordinate is 4.8, whereas the y coordinate is 6. So this tells us that, hey, the point of intersection x equals to 4.8. They are telling you, you are obtaining the solution already. The value of x is 4.8. The value of y is 6. You do not need to use simultaneous equations. You don't need to solve simultaneous equations using either substitution or elimination. Okay, because they said hence find. Hence meaning you need to use your solution in the previous part. What was done in the previous part? It was to plot. So if you did not use your graph, that is, if you did not use the point of intersection to find the values of x and y, even though if your final answer is correct, you do not get a mark. Okay, now this is not the end yet, because x and y, they are the values for 12, a dozen apples and dozen oranges respectively. So one final step, x being 4.8, cost of an apple, you divide by 12, cost of an orange, 6 divided by 12, and these are the answers. Okay, so that brings us to the end of our mid-year exam paper already. So are there any final questions? Okay, if not, I will stop the recording now.